Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Monday, February 5th. Woo-hoo! Here we are, and welcome back. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So last week I did an episode about Milestone Media, and I also went out. Okay, you might hear my dog in the background because I don't know, she's very, very needy. But where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. Please go like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, please like and leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That really helps the pod be more visible. You know what I mean? It shows engagement, and I appreciate you for that. So, yeah. Also, we got a Patreon, $3 a month. You can get extra, cool things like this today. We'll talk about Alexander the Great and pretty much history, almost Black history, if I must say. So if you guys get a chance, check out check out the pod. Check out the Patreon. You're welcome. So today, as you guys know, last week I talked about Milestone Media, which is a pretty much not pretty much Black owned comic book company. They are famous for making Static Shock. As if you don't know, Static Shock was like a late 90s, early 2000s like WB show. I think it ran like 3 or 4 seasons, and touched on very serious subjects, and they touched on very serious subjects throughout their their DC run. And so Milestone Media, definitely, if you guys get a chance to check it out, it's been 30 years, and they're having new comics come out. Actually, I just went to the comic book store and picked up some to Dizzy for Shizzy. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to post them on Instagram and show you guys which ones I got, because it's a pretty good haul, baby. It was a pretty good haul. Okay. Haul. 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 Yes, haul. Okay. Also, today we're talking about Black inventors. Most of these inventions are things, well, probably all of them, to tell you the truth. All these inventions are used today, are still used today. Some of them very importantly used today. I would just like to say that. Okay. And I'm going to explain why, of course. So we're going to start off with one that I found out when I was a kid, man. I found this out while reading I'm not reading one of the history books, just browsing, and his name is Garrett Morgan. Garrett Morgan is very much notable for the three-way traffic light. So just in case you don't know what three-way traffic light is, and just in case you don't drive or anything like that, the three-way traffic light is, the red, yellow, green that you see on the roads today. Yeah, that was made by a guy named Garrett Morgan in 1926. Black man, by the way. Garrett Morgan. Actually, does it say senior? Yeah, Garrett Augustus Morgan Sr. was an American inventor, businessman, and community leader. He's most notable. His most notable inventions were a type of three-way traffic light and a protective smoke hood, notably used in a 1916 tunnel construction disaster rescue. That one's actually pretty cool too. But the three-way traffic light, I'm gonna stay on that one. Of course, that's used today. It's supposedly, it's supposed to be preventive of traffic accidents. So back in those days, there was no traffic lights. There's really no stop sign, to tell you the truth. And they just really got into a lot of crashes back in the day. Back in, when cars were first invented. So what he did was made it a lot safer for these vehicles to safely go, stop. They know when to stop. Turns green. Okay, green means go. Red means stop. Yellow means proceed with caution. Yes, that's what yellow means. I don't understand why people don't know what the fuck that means, but it's just, sorry, my bad. I don't mean to curse, but yeah, that's pretty much what happens. So Garrett Morgan is really responsible for really car safety today. Most people ignore it. Even especially today, especially with idiots out there with fast cars that want to just run red lights or try to beat the yellow light, things like that. he tried to make it a little bit safer, but of course, engines have gotten stronger, more horsepower, more accidents sometimes too happen, but he definitely did everything in his power to make sure they definitely made it a lot more safer to cross the street, even for walkers. So Garrett Morgan, thank you. We salute you for public safety and all the rest of that cool stuff. We appreciate you. All right, this is a big one. This one I did not know. I did not know this. So your home security, like the security system that you probably have, like the Ring. Actually, we can talk about it today. The Ring app, or what's the one that used to be in everybody's houses? Oh my gosh, it's like a security system. I just can't remember right now. Okay, but in 1966, Marie Van Britten Brown made the first, actually, she invented a video home security system along with her husband, Albert Brown, an electronics technician. In the same year, they applied a patent for the innovative security system, which was granted in 1969. So they created the video home security system in the 60s. What? So hold on. Video home security's been around since the 60s? That's wild. So your Ring app, that is pretty much the great great grandchild of the original video security system. So pretty much CCTVs for homes and stuff like that, they had that. Wow. And that was made, once again, like I said, by I mean, we're going to give them, this is who they're showing for credit. It's Mary Van Britten Brown. She was hey man, this is the name right here. She was an American nurse and innovator. Ooh, innovator. In 1966, like I said, she invented the video home security system. Well, that's wild. That's been around since the 60s. Now, if something happens in your house, you have like maybe a break-in or something like that, you could thank Mary Van Britten Brown for being able to catch the culprits, especially if they're not wearing masks like idiots. Especially they walking. You mean especially you can see now people that walk up to your house. Maybe they didn't create the Ring app, of course, but they pretty much made pretty much the grandparent, great grandparent of the video surveillance. So yeah, thank you. So we salute you for making our house a lot safer, making our streets a little bit safer, and being able to help deter, I don't know, burglars and stuff like that. That's awesome. Wow. In the 60s. We've had video surveillance since the 60s. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. That's amazing. I'm sorry. That still catches me off guard. Okay. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. My fault. So this one is a big one. Thomas L. Jennings was an American inventor, tradesman, entrepreneur, and abolitionist in New York City, New York. He has the distinction of being the first African American patent holder in history. He's the first one in history to hold a patent. You know how big a patent is? Okay, just in case your kids don't know what a patent is, just want to make sure. If you have like you have an invention, okay, and you want to secure it as that is your creation, that's that people can't say that they had this and they did this, that, and third, they were the ones that made it first, things like that. A patent is actually legally binding as something that shows that you are the creator, you are the owner of this creation, of this invention, anything like that. That's what a patent is for. And for a black man to do it, hold on, when did Thomas L. Jennings do it? In 1821. 1821. This is 40 years, by the way. This is 40 years before the Civil War. So in 1821, he patented his novel method of dry cleaning. It's really called dry skewering. It shows like, all right, so just in case people haven't seen the dry cleaners and anything like that, some kids probably have never heard of dry cleaners or seen how dry cleaners work. They have these little things that kind of close down and like can straighten out the clothes, make it wrinkles, all that, crease your stuff, things, crease your jeans or your shirts, things like that. He's the one that created that method of making sure that he pretty much created dry cleaning. And so Thomas L. Jennings, We salute you for being the first one, being the first black person to ever get a patent as a free black man in New York. Of course, New York was a free state. Don't get it twisted, but he was free, and he also was an abolitionist and a very, very big proponent in fighting against slavery. Okay, next, y'all probably heard of this woman before, but we're going to talk about her anyway. Madam C.J. Walker. Woo! Madam C.J. Walker is really the first woman, first in recorded history. She's the first recorded as she's recorded as the first female self-made millionaire in America. And this is in Guinness Books or World Records. Hold on, let me make sure that I am. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. There's my way. Yeah. There we go. We gotta go in there. Okay, so Madam CJ Walker might have been the first. Their wealth is not as well documented. Okay, they say there's some other people, but she is the one that's documented as the first. What's big about her, what made her let me hold on, let me make sure. Okay, the way she made her fortune is that she created a certain cosmetics and hair care products for directed towards black women, and she is an inventor. What is she? I forgot what she invented though. There is something that she invented. I wish it actually showed. All right. Well, I want to be right about it. Shit. Wow, it just took me out of all of that. That's just that. Wow, that's irritating. Wow, because it had like an easy thing is showing it too. Okay, there we go. All right, trying to find Madam CJ Walker. Sorry. Sometimes I make mistakes like that. All right, so yeah, she really made it like like relaxer. Like relaxer wasn't a thing back in what's this? That's the 1800s. Where is she? Where is she from? Sorry, y'all. I know I'm bad with it sometimes. Well, she was born in the 1800s. Back in the 1890s type area, she was the first one to be able to really sell to black women in black households, like hair care products and also feminine. I mean, like makeup and things like that, cosmetics, of course. Um, but what's cool is that she donated a lot of her wealth to the NAACP. And I mean, that's crazy. Wow. The first, yeah, she was the first self-made, not just black. Hold on. Just in case people just in case people think that, like, just in case people want to say something, she was not the first black woman. She wasn't even the first black person to be to have the distinction of being the first millionaire. She's the first woman, period, in American history to be self-made, be a self-made millionaire. It was a black woman, baby. Madam CJ Walker, we salute you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for pretty much making like people making products for black people for our hair, things like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's why we can have S girls and things like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, why did I just do this again? Oh my gosh, man. There we go. Goodness gracious. I just went to ask.com. Not what I did. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I had like a whole list of this down too. Yeah, man. It's cool that we look at this. Look. And then goes to ask.com. I never put that. It's never been put. Stop. What are we doing here? This is a piece of crap. I promise you. Look, now I was about to switch again. Don't do it. Did it. I'm about to break this thing. I'm gonna break it. It's gonna be broken. I don't know why. Okay, so it's just cut off real quick. So I don't get it. I upgraded my look, what the yo, stop. Thank you. Oh no. It's like easier too. It's like an easier thing. It's like really irritating now. So I upgraded my Google, which was clearly a fucking mistake now. I upgraded my Google on my Sorry, I gotta do it through whatchamacallit. Um I upgraded my Google on there we go. Thank you. Okay. I upgraded my Google through the Chrome, and now it's taking me to ask.com for some reason. Ask.com doesn't have like all black inventors going down, going like it's like a whole list of people. Like it shows the pictures, and you can click down and click their little down arrow, and it will like show you like what they invented, what they're famous for, things like that. And I went to Madam CJ Parker's Wikipedia, and now won't let me go back to the Google. So now I got to do it on Safari for some reason. Safari is like literally the worst. But yeah. All right. So hold on, because now I'm getting mad. There was a cool. Okay. Sorry. There's a refrigerator. Ah, yes, that's who it was. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Let me go back real quick because I've seen his name. I've seen it somewhere. Fuck. I'm sorry, y'all. This is really, really irritating to y'all. No, I'm sorry. This is just. Ooh, Bessie Griffin. What Bessie Griffin did? Bessie Griffin, also known as Bessie Blunt Griffin, was a black writer, nurse, inventor, and forensic scientist. Hold on, forensics. Woo. Okay, known for. Okay. So Bessie Blunt Griffin is really known for rehabilitative for assistive technology. What is that? Is that a hearing aid? You know, for a hearing aid, that's a hearing aid. Yeah, is a term assistive, adaptive, and rehabilitative devices for people with disabilities and their elderly. Disabled people often have difficulty performing activities of social living, and she is an inventor of looks like the hearing aid. That is a hearing aid. Huh. Inventions. Assistive. Yeah. So she used plastic. I've never heard of this before. Wow, interesting. And what's crazy about her, what's kind of cool about her, is that she was a forensic scientist. So just in case people don't know what forensics is, it's like you kind of study like pretty much dead bodies and not dead bodies. I'm sorry. You do like body parts. So during her previous patient therapy while demonstrating blah, 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 shit, that, I'm sorry, my bad. Portsmouth, Virginia. Oh my gosh. So just in case, like CSI, just in case you guys haven't watched CSI or anything like that, that's what it is. If my video isn't working, it's gonna bother the hell out of me. But she, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, where we going? What we doing here? Oh my gosh, this is why I don't press buttons. Don't press buttons, everyone. I promise. This is just it's not a good idea. It's never been a good idea. I'm sorry. It's just I cannot believe I'm pressing. Like, why do they make life harder for me? And now I can't get back to that page. Great. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Somebody that y'all definitely heard of before for sure is George Washington Carver. Y'all probably heard about him in your history classes or anything like that. Why see what I'm saying? Like this bothers me. IMBD. George Washington Carver got IMBD page? What? Hold on. He's got his own TV show. What? Oh man, we're learning something new today. Okay. My fault. I'm learning some new things. I didn't know that. I didn't know this. George Washington Carver. No, there's no way. Oh, 41. He died in 41. Duh. Wow, this definitely hit a really bad turn for everything. Oh my gosh. This is bad. I can't believe it just did this again. Maybe I should just give y'all names. I don't know. I'm messing this up. See, I was like on a roll too, man. Damn it. All right, bump that. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's a big thing. So George Washington Carver was known for pretty much soil depletion, really stopping soil depletion, so you could be able to grow crops throughout the year. He's known as the Peanut Man, like putting peanuts in there. A lot of things. Peanuts have um a lot of their. I'm trying to think how I can explain it. Mm, okay, there we go. Okay, so George Washington Carver was an American, African American scientist and educator. Carver is famous for many inventions, including a number of uses for peanuts. Carver was known as the Peanut Man but contrary to myth, he did not invent peanut butter. Just in case people thought that, because you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, he did not create peanut butter. I think peanut butter's been around for a very long time. Okay, George Washington Carver was a American agricultural scientist and inventor who promoted alternative crops to. Oh yes, this was he found alternative crops instead of cotton. You know what I mean? So as you probably know, when was he born? 1864. So a couple years, years before that, his parents or grandparents, of course, were slaves, and they were having to pick cotton, of course. So that's a big thing. So what happened with him is that he was looking for alternative ways to, use like different materials, including peanuts, as an alternative to cotton. And of course that's a bit. I mean, like when you are born with this type of. All right, here we go. Yeah, although he spent. Ooh, okay. So here's the deal. He wanted poor farmers to grow other crops, such as peanuts and sweet potatoes, as source of their own food and improve their quality of life. The most popular of his 44 practical bulletins for farmers contained 105 food recipes using peanuts. Although he spent years developing and promoting enormous products made from peanuts, none became commercially successful. That sucks. Okay, Carver developed techniques to improve types of soils depleted by repeated planting of cotton. He wanted poor farmers. Okay, so he really, really, really tried. Well, what he really did was he showed different ways. He really invented different ways to, plant, other types of crops. Like I said, as you guys can probably, as I've said before, peanuts and sweet potatoes definitely being one of them. And he's really tried to make it like he tried to make it more pretty much healthy and also have the soil be able to be used again, of course. um yeah, man. I remember reading something stupidly too, and probably dumb, but I remember reading something about like he used to use peanuts for like shampoo and different like soaps and things like that. It was like he used peanuts for different things. It was actually pretty amazing with some of the things I was listening to, man. It was just the ways he learned different ways to like I said, there is. Yeah. So peanut oil for massages. So he really did like peanut oil, things like that, man. Hairdressing. Yep, there it is. Anesthetic hairdressing. Boom. Fucking knew it. Yeah. I know my stuff. Actually, peanuts as a patient medicine for respiratory diseases such as tuberculosis. Ew, interesting. Did I say tuberculosis? That sounds fucking horrible. All right. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. My just stupid thing. You can't click certain things and then it's just sorry. But I had it all set up right there. It was ready. And then it just said, no, we don't want you to use it. We want to mess up the podcast for you. Idiot. All right. So I'm gonna have a list of Black inventors next podcast, and that's gonna be like Black History Minute. Sorry, my bad. It's my fault. I take full blame for that one. I thought that I can click on another page from the Google site and it will go straight back. Of course, it does not do that because it sucks. So we're gonna learn something. So we learned something new today. Do research and then write it down. That's pretty much what we have to do. Learn something new every day with this podcast. Hopefully, it wasn't too boring for you guys. If you do get a chance, definitely go check out the Patreon. If that doesn't happen on the Patreon, I promise. It was just that's more of an argumentative thing for you, boy. But yeah. So with that, I'm gonna call it a podcast for today. where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. You can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you find the latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. Hey, and I would like y'all to understand one thing and one thing only. Please leave a 5-star review on the podcast. Also, leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That'll be great. 5 stars, of course, would be great for sure. Also, let me know how you doing on Spotify. Goodness fucking gracious. Also, leave a 5-star on Spotify too. That'd be great. Also, more visibility for your boy. And also, like and subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, that's pretty much all we got for you guys today. So with that, where you know what I mean? I hope you guys don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.